Hey Ryan, thank you so much for this opportunity to talk to your viewers on something that I'm very passionate about. Hi guys, my name is Jake and I run a channel similar to Ryan's called Inner Game. Inner Game is more than just a channel. We are a channel with a mission to be better. Today, I'm going to be teaching you some things about attraction through something I like to call the purpose theory. If you listen carefully and implement what I'm about to teach you, then you can change your life for the better. Okay, so something about me is that I love to listen to rap. I think the reason that I love rap music is because of all of the lessons that can be learned from the various artists. I've noticed that the most popular artists had one thing in common, which was purpose. Once I picked up on this trend in rap, I began noticing this trend everywhere. But let's take a look at one of the most famous rappers of all time, Tupac. He wasn't the best lyricist or even the most consistent hitmaker, but because he had a purpose, people followed him passionately. Guys, purpose is the trump card. Everything else being equal, purpose will propel you to success in all realms of your life. If you ask me, there is one main reason for this, which is when you have a purpose, you feel more compelled, stronger, more certain, and you have a much more solid foundation of knowing what you want, what you stand for, and most importantly, what you're working for. But you're probably wondering, okay, that's cool, Jake, but how does purpose actually make me more attractive? Well, I promise I'm getting there, but before I can continue, I want to make it a point that these skills can be applied to both men and women. So, I don't know about the other guys out there, but personally, when I used to meet women for the first time, I felt exhilarated yet a little stressed at the same time. I tended to get asked a lot of questions, and depending on the night, I may or may not be able to answer those questions to a woman's satisfaction. Over the course of the last several years, I've realized that how well a man can answer these questions is quite often dependent on how well of a purpose he has set for himself. Okay, so let's take a look at an example. Let's consider two different kinds of people asking you to donate some money. If the first person comes up to you as you're walking down the street and asks you, would you like to donate money to charity? You're most likely going to say, next time, and you're going to keep moving. There was nothing to compel you or make you want to jump on board and help this nameless, purposeless charity. But let's say a second person approaches you as you walk the street. This person phrases the question a little differently. He says, would you like to donate money to a charity devoted to helping disabled children learn to walk again? Good luck saying no to that. But why is it so much harder to say no to that request than it was to say no to the first person? Well, it all comes down to how well they conveyed their message, and the two approaches were vastly different. The second person communicated the purpose of why you should donate money more effectively. Is this starting to register with you guys? Purpose. It makes such a core, fundamental difference in how people receive requests, statements, and just about any other kind of verbal or behavioral communication. Purpose is the why. It's how you communicate to others why you do what you do, and why others should believe in your cause. This is the foundation of attraction. This is the secret, guys, and at the end of the day, this is what attracts. Think of some people who are the strongest, most impassioned people you know. Now tell me what their purpose is. You can probably tell me right away, can't you? Their purpose is clear. Now I want you to do me a favor and think of your friends or coworkers who aren't nearly as strong or impassioned. What are their purposes? I bet you couldn't tell me to save your life. This is probably because all or most of them don't have any purposes. They're just living life from one day to the next. At this point, you might be saying to yourself, this is all well and good, Jake, but how does this benefit me? How on earth does this help me be more attractive? Well, let me show you. I have long noticed that men I knew who were the most successful with women were men with a purpose. They were impassioned men with strongly held beliefs who knew what they stood for. And when they talked to others, they talked about their purpose every chance they got. Purpose gave them strength of character. It infused their conversations with meaning and thrust. And it drew the woman around them into desire and admiration. Purpose is just plain important. Here's why. First of all, purpose gives you a centeredness that it's impossible to have without. Purpose makes it so that things that are not going your way bounce off you like rubber bands bounce off a brick wall. You don't even flinch. This is because you know these things won't derail your main purpose, the thing that's most important to you in the world. All these other things become minor and unimportant. As a man, I can't help but notice that women see that and find it very attractive. Secondly, purpose also makes the man or woman you're trying to attract less important to you. From a primal standpoint, that's actually a trait that as humans we are naturally attracted to. I know it actually sounds a little funny, but if you think about it, it makes some sense. At the end of the day, the one thing that destroys all attraction is neediness and jealousy. As a man, I know that women want men with a purpose. This is because they know those men are quite often distracted and less committed than men without a purpose. Men without a purpose make women their purpose and make their girlfriends and wives the center of their lives. But women don't want to be the center of a man's life. They want to join forces with a man who centered his life around something else, something more meaningful than them alone. And for all the women watching, it goes both ways. Most men will tell you that they much prefer a woman who is on a mission to achieve something great, as compared to a woman who is needy and clingy. Finally, purpose makes you achieve more. Think about a class or a job that you cared very little about. Now think about a job or a class that you were very passionate about. Which one did you accomplish more in? This should be an easy answer. When you have something that you care about, you do more work, and you do better work. Purpose makes a man productive like nothing else. When you're operating off of a purpose, I can guarantee you that you will steer your interactions with both men and women more smoothly and effortlessly. To find your own purpose, you need to sit down and decide what's important to you. You also need to ask yourself the change that you'd like to see in the world. And trust me, I get it. I know that sounds really corny, guys, but the truth is that's actually how you create a passion. Personally, my purpose is helping as many people as humanly possible. I know that all of you guys are diamonds. Something that I tell all of my viewers is that each and every single one of you guys has a reason for being here. You all can provide value in your own unique way. But in order to do that, you need to first master your mind. And guess what? By watching videos just like this, you're already one step ahead of 99% of the population. I want to again thank Ryan for this opportunity. I know your guys' time is valuable and I appreciated every minute of it. If you guys want to know more about attraction and confidence, then I recommend hitting this button right here. You guys are amazing, and until next time, thank you for watching.